Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of season 2 here in the career mode RTG. It's the final month before the January transfer window. We have a little bit of money to do something with, but at this stage I'm not sure what to do with it. We shall decide in due course. Today we'll start with Bristol Rovers at home. I'll play that one. Then we'll simulate Swindon away. We'll play Northampton away. And we'll also play Crewe while simming Forest Green, Tranmere and Stevenage. So it's a very... Actually, I may even play Stevenage. Well, the last time I played them in yesterday's episode, we did come away with a 2-1 defeats. But it's going to be difficult. I might sim Crewe away and play Stevenage, even though that and Bristol Rovers are both home games. Obviously, as you can see from the league table, Bristol Rovers and Stevenage right there with us in the top 6. So a win against Rovers in this first game could send us top again, depending on what Notts County's result is. A win would almost certainly move us into the top 3 again, at the very least. But we shall wait and see what happens. We are still missing Bradley Halliday through injury. He'll be back, hopefully, by the beginning of the next episode. But I'd like to continue on and improve in form if we can. Continue Sabi's goal-scoring streak, now that he's started. And then, hopefully, get ourselves back top of the table if we possibly can. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you're subscribed as well so you don't miss out on any of this series or the Achieve and Leave, an episode of which went live earlier on today. But for now, we're going to concentrate on Cambridge United and League 2. I move into Vargas. Sabi's already on his bike, so we'll play it into him. And now he's got the acceleration. You're not catching him. Not getting anywhere near him. Sabi! Oh, saved by Slocum. Or Slocum. Or Slocum. I don't know how to pronounce his bloody name. All I know is that Sabi hasn't scored. Good football from Bristol Rovers. Payne plays Bennett down the line. Oh, pulls that back. And it will reach Blair. Fallen over there in his attempt to get to it, Matthew Penny. Here's Riley into the middle again. It wouldn't let me change to the defender, Greggy Taylor, underneath the ball. Thankfully, it hasn't cost me. Blair played in out wide. Riley back to him. Turns inside, but gives it only to Greg Taylor. Howison's touch is terrible, but thankfully he's been able to get to the ball. The second attempt. We'll give it back to Vargas here. And Vargas could give that to Sabi, who could help it on its way up wide here to David Amu. Can narrow the angle with the first touch and finish with the second. An assist for Sabi, a goal for Amu. Cambridge United 1, Bristol Rovers 0. Is that the goal that sends us back top of the league? Here's Riley driving down the line. Stood up well. Win this, please, Leon. Well up. It's done well there, Leon Davis. It's knocked back here to Lamel. Can't steal it away from them. Dickinson to Hill. Ah, nicely around the corner. Dickinson driving forward. We'll go inside to Vargas. And Sabi played through. Sabi this time. Sabi into the top corner. That's a much more confident striker we've got on our hands now. That first goal has given him all the self-belief in the world. Cambridge 2, Bristol Rovers 0. Hill. Go to Sabi, into Vargas. Sabi's gone again. Sabi played in. He's getting away. 4-star weak foot is an absolute lie. He's never struck a good shot on his left foot once for me. Says he's 4-star, 4-star. He obviously has the 4-star skills. But that weak foot is particularly questionable. I will certainly be avoiding it as if it were a 1-star weak foot, because the 4 stars clearly don't translate in-game. That's a Penny. Forward to Uno. He's into trouble, though. Here's Matty Blair. Not much has happened so far in this second half. Would like to get myself a third, if possible, just to finish the game off. And Vargas could turn and play through Sabi to get that third now. Sabi in behind. Sabi! This is the sort of finishing we wanted from him right from the off. Now, he's hit his stride. The league is in trouble. If we can keep scoring like this is going to be 3-goal hauls in both yesterday and today's episodes. And this is just the first game of today's episode. If we can start scoring this well, then certainly we're going to win the league. But we need to keep it going. A brace for Sabi. Vargas across the hill. Uno making the run down the left. Not the best of acceleration, but his sprint speed, once he's gotten going, Uno, is quite high, 86. We'll look for David Amu at the back post. We'll find David Amu at the back post, but he will head wide. That would have given us a very glamorous scoreline of 4-0. But 3-0 I'm pretty happy with. We had the best defensive record in the league at the beginning of this game. And nothing has changed. A 3-0 victory against Bristol Rovers. That's why I wanted to play that game. They dominated possession, but we dominated chance creation and get the victory. Yeovil win 2-1. Notts County win 1-0. Swindon win 1-0. They're up there with us in the league as well. So other teams around us winning. Notts County get the victory, which means they will stay above us, I believe, in the league. So we might be back in the top 3, or on goal difference we might not be. We'll have a quick check after we've played this game, simulated this game against Swindon in the FA Cup. Ooh, yeah, I'll just simulate it. They'll be all right. They'll be all right stamina-wise. The FA Cup obviously isn't too much of a concern for us right now. Money building opportunities aren't really that prevalent at the lower rounds, and obviously we aren't going to get to the higher rounds, so it doesn't really matter too much if we don't get through very far in the FA Cup. Doty pulls one back for Swindon, or equalises for Swindon after we've gone 1-0 up in the first half. Suarez Garcia comes off the bench, then misses a penalty 10 minutes later, but Vargas gives us a 2-1 lead, but 3 minutes later Richards equalises for Swindon, and we have ourselves a replay in the FA Cup, which is something that we certainly didn't need with regards to the fixture congestion or the busyness of the fixture schedule. We'll train Suarez Garcia next, and he improves slightly. Free kick accuracy, shot power and short passing going up. Uno getting better as well. Uno, I can't remember whether I mentioned it in the highlight in the last game or not. Uno's been asking me to play more because he wants to start. But Brennan Dickinson has come in and been superb on the left-hand side of midfield, and I'm quite happy to continue playing Brennan Dickinson. I might look to sell Banku in the upcoming window, or I might wait until the summer. But I am looking for a new right back at present, and Callum Johnson is someone that I would consider. He's a right back that's available fairly cheap. Not got amazing physicals, but he would be an improvement on Bradley Halliday and Leon Davies. So that might be something we could do in this window upcoming. Certainly something I'm keen on chasing is a new left back. But that win did put us back into the top 3. But as we mentioned, Notts County getting the victory in their game means they stay a point clear of us. So up next for us is Northampton. We'll go and play that one next, and hopefully, maybe then, we'll go top of the table. Oscar Hill steals it away from him well. It gives it away on the opposite side of things. Odoffin nicely inside to Williams. Is Marais. That's a great turn, and the shot nowhere near as good, unfortunately for him. 0-0 after 25 minutes here against Northampton Town. Hard fought fixture so far, but neither side able to take the lead to this point. Amu into Vargas, quickly look for Sabi. Keeper's calm, Sabi's there, the shot was decent. Draws the save out of Cornell. Corner to come in. Decent delivery underneath this. Dickinson! I think it was Dickinson. It may even have been Perella. I think it was actually Perella, the centre-back. Really, really good header. Not seen that celebration before, actually, behind the stand like that. And the teammates pulling down. Everyone's over to celebrate. Cambridge 1, Northampton 0. That was a great header. I don't score many corners, particularly at Cambridge United, but he's got a great leap there and right into the corner. No chance for the keeper. Superb header. His second goal of League 2 so far this season. And we have a 1-0 lead. To John Joe O'Toole, to Williams again. This is good football. Buchanan, O'Toole. O'Toole again, stepping in. This is good football from Northampton. And thankfully Penny was there, otherwise it would have been a simple tap-in for the man at the back post. Vargas might win this. At least he's put the defender off. Is Marais. His shooting has been all over the place so far. What a dive! What a dive! Wow! That was unreal. He's thrown himself to the ground there looking for a penalty. And he was never going to get the decision. They've had 62% possession, Northampton. But they haven't scored a goal. And that's why, hopefully, they're not going to get anything from this game. Crooks. Trying to outmuscle him here, but failing miserably. And the strike, ooh, wasn't far wide at all from their striker. McWilliams coming on for them. I think it was it was Adolphin going off. They've been decent, Northampton, just not quite good enough, specifically in front of goal. Had chances, but wasteful with their finishing. I'll try and play that over the top for Amu to run onto, and he's done brilliantly there to get it to him and taking it in his stride well. Amu too. Pull that back. Oh, it was meant for Sabi. It'll drop for Dickinson, but it's well blocked by the defender. Oh, if that had gone to Sabi like I intended, that might well have been a simple tap-in for him to score in another game in a row. Henny down the line to Dickinson. Vargas is there available. Dickinson's gone again, so we'll use him. Keep that in, please, Brennan. He's done well. I'll try and pull this back inside. Hill will play it across to Vargas. Perhaps should have gone one more to David Amu. That's Vargas' last action of the game. He's going off. Suarez Garcia comes on in his place. It's another corner for us here. Dickinson will deliver again. It's another good whip. Keeper's come to punch. Howison gets up well. Perella, the scorer of our goals so far, recovers possession. Penny into Osadebu, who's come on as a sub. Sabi even to Amu. Good save. And Suarez Garcia won't have a simpler finish in his entire career. Cambridge 2, Northampton 0. We're going to get another league victory. Oh, O'Toole gets away from me. Oh, nice interception by Greg Taylor. Back there to Crooks. Into Moraes. Buchanan. Or Perella steps in. It drops back to Buchanan. Northampton have one back. The game might not be over just yet. I got lucky with the rebound for my second. They've just gotten lucky with the rebound for their first. Oh, right. Time to firm up defensively. And firm up defensively we did. A 2-1 victory against Northampton Town. We continue our assault on the League 2 title. It was always going to be a much more successful season for us this time around with the growth of the team and new players coming in. But we are still excelling this year. Doing better than I thought even we would, to be completely honest. We've had some great growth from some of the youngsters as well. Banku's disappointed with his lack of first-team football. And to be fair, at 27, I'm probably going to be looking to move Banku on. He's higher rated than almost anyone else in the team. In fact, he's joint highest rated player in my team. But I think I'm going to let him go next season. Although Uno is here as well, and yeah, Uno's 18, I have to keep him. Uno and Banku are both voicing their concern at lack of first-team football, but unfortunately, Brennan Dickinson is playing absolutely superbly, so he's going to stay as my starting number one for the time being. And we have our first 70-rated player. Uno and Banku aren't my joint top-rated players anymore. Sabi at 70 is now my highest rated player, and he's certainly finally started firing. He can't help but score at the minute. He's banging goals in left, right and centre. We'll simulate the game in the FA Cup against Swindon. We're at home this time around. Drew 2-2 against us in the league, and then got a 2-1 defeat to Forest Green. Oh, sorry, drew 2-2 against us in the Cup, and then got a 2-1 defeat against Forest Green in the league. Dunn has scored for them to give them a 1-0 lead, though, and then picked up a knock, but he's able to continue. David Amu equalises for us 8 minutes before half-time, and into the second 45 we push, hoping to maybe get ourselves through to the next round of the FA Cup. I'm disappointed to have had to go to a replay in the first place. It's not going to do squad stamina any good. It looks like we're going to be going to extra time here, and indeed we are, into an extra 30 minutes at home against Swindon Town, into the final 15. Anderson gives them, well, 2 goals in a minute, and we win on penalties. Dickinson scores, Anderson equalises less than 60 seconds later, but we win on penalties, and we're through to the next round of the FA Cup. Congratulations, boys. That game will probably be at risk of losing. I offered Greg Taylor, Jake Carroll and Giovanni Brown all new contracts at the beginning of the season, and they would only accept 1-year extensions. Meaning, it wasn't even actually 1-year extensions. They just signed 1-year deals, meaning that they stay at 7 months, and it won't let me delegate or won't let me do any renewals for them. So I physically can't offer them new deals. Hopefully once we get to January, it will allow me to. Otherwise, we run the risk of losing 3 players on frees that we certainly would like to keep, even if it is purely just to sell them on next season. Forest Green up next for us in the league, but we shall be simulating that one. Tournament prize money is awarded to us, and the next round of the FA Cup is drawn, and we have Crystal Palace away from home in January. That's going to be a very interesting game indeed, to try and test ourselves against that level of opposition. It's something we haven't had the chance to do so far in this save. Forest Green are on a run of form, aren't they? 2-1 win against Swindon, 1-0 win against Exeter, and then a win against Bristol Rovers. I think that was by 2-0 as well. It disappeared just as I was trying to read it. Gunning gets booked in. Vargas gives us a 1-0 lead. And just before half-time and into the second half, we will keep that 1-0 lead. They miss a penalty just after half-time, and Sabi scores again to make it 2. That should affirm our victory with 10 minutes to go. Victory sealed. Another 3 points in League 2. Thank you very much indeed. Tranmere next. Another one we shall... Suarez Glass. A lot of players are getting frustrated at the lack of football. Ryan Session's contract is expiring. I just scouted him to see what he looked like at this stage. Obviously, he's out of our price range and wouldn't even consider coming to a League 2 club anyway. But I say Vargas's value had declined. I'm not really too sure why that's happening. Mancini could go up a rating here and has gone up a rating here. Archie Harrison is growing nicely too. Everyone in the club is growing really well at the minute. I'm struggling to keep everybody happy with regards to the amount of football they're getting. But my winning starting 11, I don't want to change. You don't change a winning team. Bradley Halliday's on his way back from injury, which is great, although we are still probably going to look to sign a right back in the upcoming window to replace him in the starting lineup, with Leon Davies maybe running out of contract if he doesn't want to sign another extension. Sabi, after 8 minutes, gives us a lead here at home against Tranmere. And as we approach the half-time whistle, we will keep that lead and in fact extend it as well. Howison makes it 2, and on the hour mark that remains the case. Suarez Garcia's come off the bench here for David Amu, and Sabi scores again. He can't stop scoring now. Goals left, right and centre for Sabi. Wins left, right and centre for Cambridge United. It's Crewe up next, and then it'll be Stevenage after that. Oh, just 2 days later. Right, I am going to rotate for this game. I'm going to go and sort my starting 11 out so this team can play against Stevenage, and then we'll see what happens in the game against Crewe. Right, rotate decides to play against Crewe. Halliday, Taft, Harrison, Carroll, Vega, Edwards, Amu, Banku, Brown, Suarez, Garcia. A few players in there that have been asking to play, getting the opportunity. We shall wait and see if they're able to take it. Banku, 10 minutes in, gets himself booked. Not the best of impressions to make when you're trying to stake a claim to remain at a club. And, just Jake Carroll, just before half-time, makes it 1-0 to Cambridge after 44 minutes. Giovanni Brown grabs the second. And it looks like we're going to get another win. And our great defensive record looks like it's going to continue as well. We cannot help but keep clean sheets right now. Surely Mitov is up there with the most clean sheets in the league. I would almost guarantee it. We are top of the table now. Have a look at player stats, and I want to see clean sheets. And yes, Mitov, 13 clean sheets in 22 games. And no surprises to see Pindrop there as well for Notts County. We saw when we played Notts County just how good he was. Jake Carroll saying thank you for the game. You're welcome. Up next will be Stevenage in a game against them who are 5th. And hopefully we can continue our good form, get another win.
Could be his game today, the way he's been playing
nicely
recently.
cut out by Dickinson. Forward to Howison. Option out wide right is Uno. Looking for Sabi in the middle. Dink it over the keeper. It squeezes underneath him, but I can't get to the loose ball. Very nearly 1-0 in the opening 10 minutes or so here against Stevenage. I'm having to play Uno on the right and Leon Davies at right back, purely because of stamina for Amu and a couple of others. Sabi here looking for Uno, who looked to dart back inside on his left, but he couldn't get the touch in time. Here's Vargas. He took a touch and just stood there and wouldn't react, unfortunately. We'll stay at 0-0 after 15 minutes, but we are certainly showing attacking intent. Vargas looking for Uno. Will drive inside on that left foot. Oh, superb football. And hopefully Sabi can be found here. Sabi with the header, no. Cleared away by the defender. Howison picks up the loose ball. Oscar Hill in there to Vargas. Spins well. There's a bit of space here for Uno. Don't know why he's taking that on his right. But that's what he elected to do. He takes it on his stronger left. He might well give us a 1-0 lead there, but that was terrible. It's a lovely ball down the line to Ben Kennedy. Racing away. Cross could come in. It does, but it's blocked. Vargas forward to Sabi. The counter is on. Cross to Uno. Take that in his stride, Sunshine. He's done that well. He's turned superbly well too. Howison next to him. Sabi's made a good run, but Howison can't find him. We'll get that to... Oh, it was meant for Vargas, but we'll go to Dickinson first. Then to Vargas. Vargas with a bit of space to run into here. Vargas! Over the bar and wide. Free kick for Stevenage. Just under half an hour to go in the game. Kennedy delivers. Flicked on. And Guthrie down. Mitov also down. And able to make the save. Penny with the throw. Dickinson. Inside to Howison. Sabi is there. Vargas making moves. Vargas out his feet. The finesse effort wasn't far away at all. The keeper seems comfortable enough with it. But we've seen keepers seem comfortable enough with efforts before and then fly in the top corner. So I held my breath. Uno with the throw. Inside to Davis. Quickly across it to Howison. Back to Uno. There's Sabi. It's Hill. Oh, I'm not sure about that first touch. But Dickinson turns well around the corner here to Ricardo Vargas. Rodrigo Vargas even. Make sure you get his name right. Says, can we score? It's going to drop to Dickinson. We can't. Sabi! Sabi! Oh, that's tame. Very, very, very tame. 4 minutes to go. 3 minutes now. We'll play around the corner for Guthrie. They might be about to win it at the death here, Stevenage. He's got options in the box here. Oh, but he can't find them. Howison does well, and I won't get the chance to counter because I'm pretty sure the referee will blow his whistle before I get the chance to go through on goal. All Willie. Sabi. Oh, no. I needed to make that pass. Play continues here, and I've given it away again. Oh, we got to the 96th minute there. If only a couple of those passes had made their way through, we might well have been able to steal all 3 points ourselves, rather than it being Stevenage that do so. But it's a really frustrating 0-0 draw to end the calendar year. We'll head into the January transfer window in the next episode. We'll advance as far as the Palace game. Actually, I'll stop on the first, just we get into the window, see if we get any bids. Which we may well have done there with 8 emails. I am certainly looking in this window for a right back, though. That's something you guys should bear in mind. George Maris. Oh, okay. Look, Uno wants to leave. Quinones wants to leave. Maris wants to leave. Greg Taylor's happy that he's played. Right. The upcoming transfer window. Uno's unsettled. They reckon I should play him or give him a loan. I sort of want to loan him. Quinones I'd be happy to let go. And Maris, I want to stay. Quinones I would be happy to let go though. 86 to 92 for Elliot Lino, but still not really growing that much. 61 for Isaac Morris now. Need those physicals to start to grow though. 82 to 88 for Bauman. And then 81 to 87 for Giovanni Mancini still. The winger that I did have, or did have in the youth squad, he came up with that usual, I want to get called up or I'm going to leave. So Ziegler is now in my first team squad. He's got 4-star weak foot, 3-star skills. Potential of 87 to 93, I believe it was. So I'm very keen on ensuring that he maximises that potential. But I am looking in the January transfer window for a right back. 100% looking for a right back. I will add Quinones to the transfer list. And I may even look for a goalkeeper as well, although we could surely scout a youth goalkeeper. Because I don't want another first team goalkeeper outside of Mitov. I just want Mitov to be my number 1 goalkeeper between now and the end of the series, if we can get away with doing that. Halliday and Davies. Halliday's good enough, but Davies isn't, and I'd like to replace Halliday as my first team right back so that Leon Davies can then leave us at the end of the season. Am I now able to offer these guys new contracts? That's what I'm most frustrated about. I am. Oh, thank the Lord. Right, he's on 2003, Giovanni Brown. I'll do this off. I'll just quickly do this one since I've started, but then I'll do the rest off camera. So I'm looking for, again, signed a 1-year deal, but at least this time it actually adds to his 6 months. Right, I'm looking for a right back and maybe a goalkeeper. I have £810,000 available, so I cannot afford massively talented players. But I am looking for an improvement on my current 62 rated best right back. I do have, as we saw, Callum Johnson here, right back 23, 67 rated, and his stats look pretty decent. He certainly is going to be, or would be, a dramatic improvement if I go for him. But I'm not looking for any other position at present. These guys are still on my shortlist, but I'm purely looking for a right back in this upcoming January transfer window. Give me right back suggestions, please. And then we will act on that in the next episode. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on more. Give me those transfer suggestions, and I'll see you tomorrow for the January transfer window.